Welcome to Haunting Harbor TV, your gateway to the eerie and unexplained. Join us as we navigate the dark waters of the supernatural, exploring haunted locations, unraveling chilling mysteries, and delving into the depths of the unknown. Prepare yourself for a journey into the paranormal that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Subscribe now and dare to explore the haunted harbor with us. Let's begin. Hey guys, so I stumbled upon something really messed up the other day. I was just casually browsing the internet when I found myself on the dark web. You know, that sketchy part of the internet where you can find all sorts of crazy stuff. Well, let me tell you, I wish I never clicked that link. It was late at night, and I was alone in my dimly lit room, the glow of my computer screen the only source of light. As I scrolled through the dark web, I came across a website that caught my attention. It was called The Red Room. Curiosity getting the better of me, I clicked on it. What I saw next sent shivers down my spine. The webpage was filled with graphic images and disturbing videos. It was like something out of a horror movie. I quickly closed the tab, feeling sick to my stomach. But the images lingered in my mind, haunting me long after I shut down my computer for the night. The next day, I couldn't shake the feeling of unease that had settled over me. I couldn't stop thinking about what I had seen on the dark web. It was like a dark cloud hanging over my head, casting a shadow on everything I did. I tried to push the memories to the back of my mind, but they kept creeping back in like a relentless tide. I became obsessed with finding out more about the Red Room and the sinister secrets it held. I spent hours scouring the internet for information, piecing together clues and rumors. I learned that the Red Room was a notorious website where people could pay to watch live streams of horrific acts being committed. It was like a twisted form of entertainment for sick and twisted individuals. As I delved deeper into the dark web, I uncovered more and more disturbing details about the Red Room. There were rumors of people being kidnapped and tortured for the pleasure of the viewers. Some even said that murder was involved. I was horrified by what I had discovered, but I couldn't look away. It was like watching a train wreck in slow motion. Horrifying, yet strangely compelling. I knew I had to do something to stop it, to expose the truth and put an end to the madness. I contacted the authorities and provided them with all the information I had gathered. They seemed skeptical at first, but as I showed them the evidence, their expressions grew grave. It was clear that they were taking my claims seriously. The police launched an investigation into the Red Room, tracking down its creators and shutting down the website for good. But the horror was far from over. As the investigation unfolded, they made a chilling discovery: the body of a young man, brutally murdered in a dark, secluded house. His eyes had been gouged out, his throat slit from ear to ear. It was a scene straight out of a nightmare. I felt sick to my stomach as I realized the truth. The images I had seen on the Red Room were not just sick fantasies. They were real. Real people had suffered and died because of the twisted desires of others. The news sent shockwaves through the community, leaving everyone reeling with disbelief. How could something so horrific happen right under our noses? It was a sobering reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of the internet, waiting to ensnare the unwary. As for me, I couldn't shake the feeling of guilt that gnawed at my conscience. If only I had never clicked that link, maybe none of this would have happened. But I couldn't change the past. All I could do was try to make amends and ensure that justice was served. In the end, the Red Room was shut down, its creators arrested and brought to justice. But the scars it left behind would never fully heal. The memory of those dark and twisted images would haunt me for the rest of my days, a grim reminder of the evil that lurks in the shadows. In the aftermath of the investigation, the town was enveloped in a thick fog of fear and suspicion. People looked at each other with wary eyes, wondering who among them could be capable of such heinous acts. Trust was shattered, and the sense of security that once permeated the community was now nothing but a distant memory. As the days turned into weeks, the police continued their search for answers, determined to uncover the full extent of the horrors that had taken place. They combed through the evidence with painstaking care, leaving no stone unturned in their quest for justice. Meanwhile, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. Every shadow seemed to conceal unseen eyes. Every whisper carried the weight of suspicion. I knew that I had done the right thing by alerting the authorities, but the fear of retribution gnawed at my insides like a hungry beast. I tried to go about my daily life as if nothing had happened, but the memories of the Red Room haunted my every waking moment. I couldn't escape the feeling that I was being followed, that someone was out there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. One night, as I lay in bed, unable to sleep, I heard a noise outside my window. It was faint at first, just a soft scratching sound, like claws against glass. I froze, my heart pounding in my chest as the sound grew louder and more insistent. With trembling hands, I reached for my phone and dialed 911, my voice barely above a whisper as I whispered my plea for help. The dispatcher assured me that help was on the way, but the minutes stretched on like hours as I waited in agonizing silence, every creak of the floorboards sending a jolt of terror through my veins. Finally, the sound stopped, replaced by an eerie silence that seemed to suffocate the room. I held my breath, straining to hear any sign of movement outside, but there was nothing. It was as if whatever had been there had vanished into thin air, leaving behind nothing but a lingering sense of dread. When the police arrived, they searched the area thoroughly, but there was no sign of anyone or anything out of the ordinary. They chalked it up to a case of nerves, a product of the stress and anxiety brought on by recent events. But I knew better. I knew that what I had heard was real, that someone had been watching me, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And I knew that I couldn't let my guard down, not even for a moment, if I wanted to stay one step ahead of the darkness that lurked in the shadows. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, but the sense of unease that had settled over the town showed no signs of dissipating. People went about their daily lives with a wary eye cast over their shoulders, always on the lookout for any sign of danger. And then, just when it seemed like the nightmare was finally over, the police made a chilling discovery: another body, brutally murdered in the same manner as the first. It was a grim reminder that evil never truly dies, that it simply lies dormant, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike again. As the investigation into the second murder unfolded, the police uncovered a web of lies and deceit that stretched far beyond what anyone could have imagined. It seemed that the Red Room was just the tip of the iceberg, a small glimpse into the dark and twisted world that lurked beneath the surface of the internet. But amidst the chaos and confusion, there was one thing that remained constant: the knowledge that evil never truly dies, that it simply takes on new forms and adapts to survive. And as long as there are those who are willing to embrace the darkness, there will always be those who are willing to fight against it, no matter the cost. Thank you for joining us on this haunting adventure. Don't forget to subscribe for more spine-tingling content and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest investigations. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the mysteries of the unknown. Farewell from Haunting Harbor TV.